Evening all, it's 9:30 in sunny Spain, and so I'll get straight in with it. So, thank you very much. As always, I'm going to go straight into it tonight with the coffee fund. I've got to thank Diane. Thank you very much. T-shirts, nothing this past week, but anyway, thanks for the interest, that's what I want to say. Okay. YouTube channels. Now, I did a video the other day about looking at my channel itself and showing you around my channel, and I went through some of the channels that I watch. But anyway, tonight I've just gone back to my main page. I've just got Spain Speaks by Stuart because he gives an overall view of what's going on at the moment. I know a lot of people out there are interested. Got 26 watching, that's pretty good. Some information sites worth looking at, especially now after the Brexit. But it's still not a lot of new information out there. A lot of the information is still from last year and the going back years anyway. It's hardly any new stuff. But it's always worth checking them out anyway, guys. That's the Citizen Advice Spain. It's a free online site. It's got loads of stuff on there, but also you can ask them questions. Obviously, another one now, especially the UK are out of the EU now. Worth looking at the Spanish embassy site in the UK, because if you want to come out to Spain, especially if you want to come out to buy property and that, you're going to have to apply for a visa now. You can't do it in Spain anymore unless you marry somebody Spanish or maybe somebody who lives in the EU. But anyway, as always, I want to thank everybody who's coming in. I've got 40 now, so I'm going to bring in the intro. We'll get it started. Let's warm it up. Well, welcome to another Place in the Sun by Otherworld Properties. Should we go and have a look? We're back. Anyway, tonight I'm back on the old San Miguel. You can spam. If San Miguel's watching, I'm quite happy to sponsor you. Maybe you want to sponsor me, be better, I suppose. Yeah, San Miguel tonight. Cup of tea. Because I'll be honest, guys, this past week in Spain, don't know what's going on, but the weather's warmed up. I can see me getting my shorts out again soon if this carries on. During the daytime, it's been up in the 20s, sort of mid-20s, really. 23, 25, can't believe it. Still not hot enough to get back in the pool, but it is definitely warming up. And I can see a change of clothing if it carries on. But no doubt, maybe in the next week or so, the temperature might drop. But at the moment, it's doing pretty good. So I thought what I'd do, I'll put up some photographs, what's been going on in the past week. It might have some interest to you guys. So anyway, here's the first one. This is where I live virtually on Campus OA. Now, obviously, a lot of people have been following the news, either here in Spain, all the bars and restaurants are shut, but it can offer a takeaway service during the daytime. We still got a curfew on. I think our curfew is still on, running from 10 o'clock at night until 6 or 7 o'clock in the morning. We can't meet up in gatherings. We can only meet up in families, or we can go out in twos. I can still take the dog out, thankfully. But yeah, it's not so good. Something good that's going on Campus O as well is they finished the playground for the kids on the garden there. Unfortunately, the kids can't play in there because of the COVID restrictions. It's been sort of fenced off. They're obviously removed some of the things on the swings and that, so they can't use them anyway. So it's the same all over, isn't it? Same in the UK as well. The kids can't use the playgrounds or the parks. So it's a bit of a bummer, but thankfully, the next month or so, maybe things will be dropped a bit. Now, on Sunday, we had some horrific winds. I can't really show you the winds because this is, believe it or not, this is in the evening, just coming up about 6 o'clock. I think this was done Wednesday. We've been having some fantastic blue skies. I think tonight we had a really red sky tonight, which was nice to see. I know I'm rubbing it in, guys, but it's nice for us out here to have a bit of warmth. So that's out in the evening. Now this is the back of where I walk about this is on the Campo, looking back over towards A as well. Out with the dog. Can't see Bonnie there because Bonnie's disappeared somewhere. And I'll just put one more photograph up. This is another one on A, me going up the hill to start on the Campo. This is obviously another one in the evening. But yeah, things are pretty good, which is the main thing. So you got me back now. I thought I'd bring up a couple of things that's happened since the Brexit because, and I don't think these things were really mentioned because it didn't really affect a lot of people, really, because obviously a lot of people that live here are from the EU. But anyway, something else cropped up. You might have heard of it. It's a 1978. I'm talking about in Spain, and in the area that I live in the Murcia area, which is the southeast of Spain. And if you want to buy any property, now this will refer really to new property. And if it's been property that's built out in the countryside, you might have to apply, especially you guys in the UK or anybody that's outside the EU, you might have to apply on top of your usual stuff that when you buy a property, you might have to apply for a military permit. Now, when we first saw this was one of our local rags come up with, I thought, yeah, right. But when we read it, it was something that Franco had bought out just before he decided to pass away. But they've kept the law in place, and obviously a lot of Russian and Chinese people that buy property out in the country, because what it is on the southeast coast, most of that coast is by the military air force. So yeah, something else to think about: a military permit, believe it or not. For us, I mean, I like another way that they refer to the UK now as a third country. I mean, or non-European. I mean, end of the day, we're all Europeans of some sort. But yeah, that's something else they've thrown out at us. What else I've got on there? Oh yeah, I thought I'd just go through some of the rules again. What's been going on since the 14th of January? Ban of all social gatherings. Only people belonging to the same household in public. We can't have anybody round to for a cup of tea and that. I'm not used to all this, guys. I like meeting people, and it's just bit nuts, but that's the way it is, isn't it? We've got to get on with it. Bars and restaurants are closed. Yeah, and we can only travel within the Mazaron area. Now, what that means is we ain't got a huge area. If you do know Camp Basal, I can't go up to the golf resort, which is at the Condado. That's in another municipality. Big word that I can't really say. But I can go down to Mazaron town and to the port. Thankfully, there's some shops there. Some of the big shops are still open. Obviously, the supermarkets are open. And I asked Mandy and Stave, about Tesco's. And from what she was saying, there are a few things they can't get hold of at the moment. But as far as that, all the veg, they're getting... This is the bizarre thing. When Tesco's opened up, over a year ago, one of the agreements was that if obviously veg like potatoes and tomatoes, it had to go from Spain to the UK and then back again. Anyway, thankfully after the Brexit, the local sourced veg, so that's good to know. But the only problem is there are having a few problems getting some stock it from the UK, and it sounds like it's from the UK side. It's to do with the customs side, the paperwork, obviously, because we got another guy that drops off UK supplies. Like we're talking about ketchup and Marmite and things like that. Not really essential stuff, but it's obviously nice to have a few old home comforts, I suppose. And he was saying the same thing. It going through Europe, there's no problem, but obviously just getting out of the UK, it's been holding up things. And I believe we're having problems with the post as well at the moment. But, you know, I'm sure these things will resolved. It's early days on that. The COVID thing, now we did get a word today. Our local medical centre has been told in the next week or so, people will start to be told, push on campus, so the old people, I'm not that old yet, so it sounds like we'll be told in the next week or so when we're due to get the injection, which is good. You know, at least we're on the list somewhere. So yeah, that's pretty good. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to go into the comments and say hello to everybody, because I always appreciate people making a comment. So we've got Eric, top man, nice to see you, sir. We got Femi, he's checked in from Facebook. Now, guys, on if you're watching on Facebook, if it's your first time, there's a little sign on the Facebook page. If you just tick on it, it just gives you an idea. But if you want to stay anonymous, that's fine by me. But it's just nice to know who you are. Terry, top person, give you the thumbs. That's me, innit? I don't want me going out. Stafford said he's coming down to Campus very soon to buy a property. Top man. Good evening, all of you. Family's just saying hello, everybody. We've got Emma. Evening, Sean. Hope you're well. Heard the weather is pretty fabulous with you at the moment. We have rain. No, can't believe that. Can't wait to get back out again, Emma and Bob. Yeah, like I just said, I can't believe it has definitely warmed up. I take Bonnie out in the morning for our walks about 7:30. 2 weeks ago, I had my jumper, my fleece, my woolly hat. Well, I don't wear my woolly hat. I don't wear my jumper. I just go out in my fleece, and even that is to be quite warm. And that's at 7:30 in the morning, which is pretty amazing. And obviously during the daytime, and as you can see, this evening, I'm just in my t-shirt, whereas the past couple of times I had to wear a jumper down in the basement. So it's good. So it keeps up, but I've got a feeling it's not. And I'm getting the shorts out, but I'm still not ready to put them on yet. But Steve put the shorts on, and I saw RV today. They know who they are. Hi, Sean Stewart. Hi, Stuart. Nice to see you, sir. Martin, top man. Hope you're well. We got everything, Sean. Wayne, Dave, top man, Wayne. Stuart, evening, Stuart. Nice to see you, sir. Steve, nice to see you. We have loads of Steves, don't we? That's what I love about Steves. Danny Harper, good evening, sir. Nice to see you. Aid, how you doing? I like the picture of the dog. My dog's upstairs. He's having a kip now. We're out for a day for a long walk today. Hope you're all, yes, we're all well. No, it's talking about other people. Steve, top man. Oh, yes, I'm fitting well. Getting a bit of suntan again now at long last. Wayne, top person. Who's this person? I know this person. Howard Powell. Yes, I've got my tinny. Supporting. There we go. Supporting the Sandra girls. And while I'm thinking about it, I'll say, Liam, nice to see you, sir. Thanks for popping in. Claire, thank you very much. Stuart, I have binge watched Board and Banquets for a few days. Okay, not Spain related, but hugely. Yes, it is true. I do watch him every now and again. But like you said, he's not really Spain, is it? It's a sort of Russian area, isn't it? But we have got a few Russians there. So I suppose it's a bit related. Don't forget the folks. No, don't forget the folks. That's what I say. He's all about the thumbs, guys. Spanish cheek. Yes, on game. Hi, Stu. Got the yes. We're saying hi with each other now, which is good to see. What's your show? Looking good. Tears. Thank you, Kev. You're a top man. Always looking out for the future ex-Mrs. Wallace. Well, you never know. You just never know what's going on here. Oh, Rob's back in. Rob, I take it you're enjoying your new job. and you've still got time to pop in and see me, which is most appreciated, Rob. Can you keep a lookout for a singer or tactile for me? Yeah, I will. Hey, there are a few about. I must agree. Heavy snow no, you got snow, Steve. Yeah, bloody hell. I mean, it's lovely to see it, isn't it? I know my daughter lives up. Trying to think where she lives there. She lives up near. Oh God, near Sheffield way, Chesterfield. That's it, Chesterfield. And she's shown the kids have made some amazing snow. People, I can't say snowman now, can I? Because it's all this equality stuff. Rob says, yeah. I said, got it, Rob. I've got it. God, it's weird, this camera sometimes. Oh yeah, just to remind everybody, I don't know if the picture looks any better, but apparently the past 3 or 4 months I've had it on the wrong setting. Apparently, I had it on 480, so it's on 720 now. But it gives a bigger picture for some reason. I don't understand it. So don't worry, what you see there, yeah, that's all my t-shirts. It's not me washing. That's my t-shirts, guys. I'll stop it with the weather. Yeah, I know. I mean, you know, I can't. I mean, it's nice having this really hot. I mean, today I couldn't believe it. I went out with Bonnie. I took my water with me, and I drank the hot. I don't usually drink. Hang on. It's the water. I think it's about that big, the water container, and I drank it all today. And Bonnie had a good old gulp of it as well. Look, I know. Kathy Argonaut posts on that's fantastic. Ed Walker and a quick chat there, it's good. Bloody cold and wet in Warrington, Cheshire. Yeah, but it will warm up, Danny. Easter time, maybe. I'll be honest, guys, even though I say all this, it is Lee, top person in rainy Sheffield. I'm sure yes, July is probably a good time, isn't it? I'll be honest, guys, we've still got the heating on in the evenings, but I'll be honest, in the mornings we haven't heating on still, just take a little bit of the chill off, but in the evenings we've turned it off at the moment, even though I'm getting the oil man coming around tomorrow. I don't know if there's been a shortage on with oil, because usually I ring up my oil man for our Oil Central Heating, does it next day. I phoned him up on Monday and he said he's coming around tomorrow morning. So I don't know what's going on there. I can't understand what that's all about. Maybe they're rationing it. I don't know. But factory, the price, I believe the price at the moment was 56 euro. 56 euros. Oh God, that'd be a nightmare. 56 cents a litre. So I'm gonna have a nice full tank again. Thank for that. Take me through the next couple of months. Hi, Sean. Greetings from North Wales, Gemma and Jim. Nice. Oh, it's the nurse gang. Well, doing a fantastic job, guys. Keep it up. That's what I say. Keep it going. Good evening, Sean. Eric, you've come in again now. Rob, hi, Sean. Everyone getting jabbed up in your area at the moment. As far as I know, Rob, nobody's put anything on the Facebook, but I did say at the beginning they've actually started to. We should know. Yeah, we haven't started. So again, there was a message put out today to say that in the next couple of weeks we're going to be told when we got to go down. Sounds like we got to go down to the Mazaron Medical Centre. We got a medical centre here on Canvassell, but it does sound like we're going to have to go down to the Mazaron one. And they did say that we will be informed. But as of present, as far as I know, nobody's been informed yet. So if there's anybody that's watching from Canvassell that's been jabbed, please let me know, because it would be interesting to know. Sure, are you no longer a British citizen but spouse, but you're still regarded yourself as British? Why, Femi? Femi, end of the day, I'll always be British. I'm always going to have my British passport. I served in the forces. I did my bit for Queen and country. I'm always going to be British. Where I live around the world, that's my prerogative. That's where I see things. I've done my bit and I want to be here, but I will always be British. But I'd still love it here. And I'll never get rid of my passport. Any chance of coming around for a cup of shawl? Bit cold in the UK. Glenn, at the moment, obviously I can't have anybody coming around at the moment because we've got these restrictions. But if you're over here, Glenn, you're most welcome to come over for a cuppa. That'd be nice. But obviously at the moment, this ain't gonna happen. Are you a bit late joining? Mandy, dear, where you been? Nice to see you. I'll take it hubby's there as well. Or was he in the back room playing games? Stafford, family British shirts, so we'll always be British. Yes, that's very true. I mean, I think I got another year. I think I got another year to go before I can go for a permanent residency. But I could go for Spanish citizenship, but I'm too old for all that. I don't want to go for all that. And I think the other thing is with people that are living here in Spain, you can never say. My mum lived in Spain for over 30 years, and when my dad died, she's gone back, and so I can never say that I would never go back. But at the moment, I'm loving it here. But yeah, that's why I'm not getting rid of my passport. Femi Shaw is still British citizenship, but a Spanish resident. Yes, that's very true. I am. Okay, Oxbox. Okay, Mandy. So I'm having a bit of a conversation now. Cheryl, nice to see you. Evening all. Haven't had any problems with getting fresh food. Oh, we haven't. Hang on, let's read it again. Hi, evening all. We haven't any problems. No, Aldi, fed up with the weather and the virus. Good news through mum and dad first jab today. Well done for mum and dad for getting the jab. I know, obviously, there are people getting the jab, but I don't know anybody personally on campus that's had the jab yet. But that'd be nice to know. And I did hear, obviously, some of the supermarkets were supposed to be having some sort of shortage, but as far as I know, I haven't been out to the supermarket, not the big supermarkets anyway. I pop across to Allen's. He's always fully stocked with veg and whatever. I don't like shopping. He does. 59 watching. Good. Yes. No, I've got 62 now. Thumbs up. Top man. Says Alan. Yeah, I'll agree. I'm going for that, Al. Thank you very much. Hello again, young man. Martin, nice to see you, sir. Vinny in again. He's got the thumbs. He's got the thumbs there. Top man, Vinny. Emma, can't wait to play the same San Miguel prizes that you. Yeah, I'll be honest. San Miguel here. I can't. I mean, I usually buy, I don't know, 4 captains that cost me a couple of euros, which is, that's enough for me. I'm not a great drinker. I mean, if anything, I'm a cup of tea man, but I'll be honest, now it's starting to warm up a bit. It's nice having a cold beer. Rob's having, you're on a lunch break, Rob. Good. Don't get the sack. Make sure you get back to work, Rob. But nice for you to be on here. Ola says KOL8. Nice to see you, sir. Hi again, Sean. Can you explain the bar on the windows? Is it for insurance? Alan, yeah, good question. You're on about the rejars. I call them the rejars, or some other people might call them security bars. I think what it is, I think it's always been a thing in Spain. I would say it's more for decoration. You find a lot of the villas, obviously on campus, have got this sort of a curved rejar bar, which, to be quite honest, they are just a decoration. You can literally just pull them off the windows, so they're not really much of a security risk. A lot of people have actually bolted them in. Our readers, we've actually replaced ours and put ours around the frames. But on our higher windows, if you've got a massive 12-foot ladder, we haven't got rejars. For insurance-wise, I think the new properties, they don't bother. I think a lot of the new properties will have double glazed in it anyway. I think ours are sort of semi-glazed. But they do ask, have you got the rejars on? So, and I would imagine if you bought a property, especially out in the country, a farmhouse or something, they would probably be pretty important, because it's usually the farmhouses or the places out in the outback that more likely to get done over. But it's a bit of half really. One, it's decoration, and two, it's like a security bar. Now, what did surprise me? Well, I did a villa a couple of months ago, and I went into, because what used to worry me, because it's same as our property, we've only got like a front door, we haven't got a back door, and if there's a fire, getting out the window, it's just not going to happen, is it? But Some of these properties, actually, the rejars, it sounds a bit posh, doesn't it? The bars themselves, it's got like a bracket on it, and you can actually unlock it and open it, which I thought was a good safety factor, because I'm sure that must worry some people. So I mean, I don't like being enclosed. Even though I'm in my basement, I've got the door open over there. I don't like being enclosed anyway. So, but I don't think so much about the bars. Very, very unlikely that these properties will catch on fire anyway, really, because they're all solid brick anyway. And unless you got some sort of furniture that's going to burn, IKEA furniture, yeah, fires. But I don't even know anybody that's had a fire on campus, to be honest. I might be wrong later on when somebody says, well, we had one. All right, Don, just put another log on the fire. Well done, Don. Just stepped up into the hallway from that red 14C, so I thought I better put the central heating on as well. Yeah, I'll be honest, because we got our central heating on a timer, and it usually comes on about five. And the past couple of nights, I flicked it off and dropped it down to 14. Yeah, I know, horrible, isn't it? I don't know. I hate the winters. I love the summers. I hate the winters. Evening, Sean, Malcolm, and Carol. Top people coming in. See you on Tuesday, pal. Yes, I'm going out next week with Vinny. We're doing a property. Now, if you check out Vinny's Other World Properties YouTube channel, he's done it already. Yeah, I'm looking forward to doing it. It's on the Mazaron Country. No, hang on. MCC, the Mazaron. Yes, the Mazaron Country Club, just down the road from campus. So looks a lovely property. It's got a nice big pool. So I'll be looking forward to doing that. So that'll be out not next Tuesday, the following Tuesday. Top man, Vinny. Here we go. Bernard, you got this? Yeah, I hope so. The Sun newspaper says everyone in the UK will receive a COVID jab by May. Must be. Yeah, Wayne, if the Sun says you're going to get everything done by May, it's going to happen. Just like the summer, you're going to have a fantastic summer this year. Infection numbers going up in Mercy. Yeah, that's right, Kev. Yeah, you've been watching Stuart, haven't you? Stuart Speaks. Yeah, apparently it looks like Valencia and Mercy seem to be neck and neck with the COVID numbers going up. I personally don't watch it, because what amazes me, 1 minute they're saying, oh, it's going down. Oh, we're doing all fantastic. And then within a day, it's all going back up again. All I can think of, whoever records all this, maybe they have a couple of days off or something. Obviously things are not going very well at the moment. And no doubt we're going to have another stringent lockdown, no doubt, to where we can't go out anymore like we did last year. Well clarified, Sean. Thank you, Femi. Top man. What's going to happen to house prices if they stop us coming over? You tell us more about visas, please. Barry says that. Yeah, I talked about that last Thursday's video. I spent nearly a whole, 45 minutes on it. What I will say, yeah, I mean, at the moment, it's all, the whole process has changed. Will it stop people? I don't know. I mean, it sounds quite bad, but I don't think it is really. Now, from what these figures still are very hard to come by. But anyway, so if you want to buy a property in Spain now, obviously we're not talking about if you want to come out and buy a summer house or a property to rent out. You've got no problems, guys, because you're not going to stay here more than 90 days of every 180. But if you want to stay out here longer than 90 days, which is 3 months, then yeah, you're going to have to be like a resident of Spain, and you're going to need a visa. And obviously now you're going to have to apply for this in the UK. You can't come out to Spain. You've got to do it in the UK before you come here to get your passport stamped with the visa. And obviously the main stumbling block now is because anybody that's not part of the EU, and this is why I mentioned if you could find find a young person, or not young person, if you can find an opposite person to marry, because you've got to be married. You can't live together separately. You've got to be married. Especially if you married an EU person, that would solve a lot of problems, obviously. But if you don't want to do that, you're going to need 27 grand in your savings or your bank to prove that you can live off that. And it works out, unfortunately, guys, 2 grand each. So a single person, you need 2 grand a month, and you've got to prove that on your have I got it written down here? I haven't got it down. Oh, that's it. It's called a non-lucrative visa. Now, that non-lucrative visa is only for people that are not going to be working. So if you can, especially for people that are retiring, this is what you're going to need. You're going to need a non-lucrative visa. And obviously, one of the first things you're going to have to be prepared for is having at least 2 grand a month each in your bank account. But if you've got in savings wise, so we worked it out as 27,000 plus for your partner. It's just under 7,000, but we just said 7,000. So I did. What's that? We're talking 34,000. Now, if you're buying a property, you could quite easily put that by. The other thing you got to think about, guys, is this fees only last for 1 year only. So after that first year, you apply for it again. So you've got to keep that money in your account, and then it's every 2 years. And once you've done your 5 years living there, you can go for permanent residency. I know it's a bit of a bummer, but I'm sure that there will be people that won't be put off by it. But obviously people that are retiring and thinking about living on their state pension, yeah, it ain't gonna happen, is it? Not. I mean, the only thing I think that will happen, Spain will. Obviously, a huge percentage of the people that buy property here in Spain is from the UK. And I'm sure within the next 3 or 4 months, I think with the COVID, they're not going to do nothing. They want to get this COVID thing sorted. And once the COVID thing's out of the way, they'll start to make it look a bit easier. Portugal's already doing it. So no doubt Spain will follow, and France. But at the moment, that's not obviously happening, and it's still early days yet. House properties, nothing's happened here. People said last year that it was going to go down. Nothing's happened. Don't forget, obviously, a lot of people from Northern Europe buy property here. So, you know, even if the Brits didn't want to buy property, it's not really going to affect the market. I suppose the COVID thing, because we don't know what's going to happen with that yet, maybe that could do it. But at the moment, I always say, keep the dream there, guys. Don't give up. I wanted to come to Spain well over 10 years ago. We came up with loads of problems. We didn't think we had the money to buy a villa. And we're here now, thankfully. So keep at it. Keep researching, but don't give up yet. That's what I say. Hope that's answered a bit of your question there, Barry. I know it's not so what you probably wanted to hear. All right, not going for citizenship means you don't have to worry about Spanish knowledge test. That's very true. I mean, at the end of the day, I do want to learn Spanish. I'll be honest, I'm not pushing it on it. Now, my friend Jackie, I don't think she's watching me tonight. Maybe she is. I don't know. She's going twice a day now. She wants to go the full hog with the Spanish, which is fantastic. And a load of my other friends that have been living there much longer than me are speaking pretty good Spanish. I'm still got a long way to go, but I do want to learn the Spanish because I've got some great friends that are Spanish, and we're in the same boat. They can't speak hardly any English, but it's interesting conversation with them. How far from Camposol is the place to do your Patron? Now, I did hear some places are actually doing it online now. I think you got to go down and pick it up. But from Camposol, it's down at the Mazaron town itself, so it's about a 10-minute drive. So, yeah, I believe at the moment, somebody did say that the town hall's shut. Now, there was another place that you could go and get your Padron, actually down in the port of Mazaron, which is about a 20-minute drive. So, yeah, you haven't got that far to go. Hope that's answered the question, Stafford. Hi, Sean from a rainy island, Facebook user. It doesn't rain all the time, does it? Here we go. Back went Ivy. Oh, hang on. I've gone too far again there. Got the thumbs up from Paul. Top person, Paul. In your opinion, who's the best service provider for broadband? What's the rough cost? And do you have full campus-wide coverage? Another good question, that Stafford. I use CompuServe mainly because it's not obviously the super fastest. There's there's two companies on campus. So Telecable's one of them, and whatever which is on a. I to be honest, Stafford, I don't really know about the prices. I think we're talking €35, maybe €40. I don't know, because I'm not worried with the super fast broadband myself. I'm quite happy with the CompuServe one. It does the job for me. I can watch my telly all right. Admittedly, in the summertime when we got lots of tourists there, it does start to buffer on certain things. But yeah, I would presume, and Mandy and Steve have been looking into super duper broadband. As far as I know, I think we're talking about €40 upwards, depending on what you want. You know, if you want the phone thrown in as well. But yeah, it's about that sort of price. But it's free on campus, and I believe if you go down to the port, I think it's WiMAX, and no doubt you could probably get some other companies. Is it Vodafone? Maybe they do something. I don't know. I haven't really gone into it. I'm not the technical person who will answer really on that. I have a digital certificate. Will this work when I move to campus, or was it any good for me when I live? Yeah, digital certificate. Do you mean digital signature? Because I know I've been applying for my drone regulations fee. I need my operator's license, and I need a digital signature. Oh God, it's trying to do it online is just a nightmare. Will this work when I move to camp? If you mean digital signature, yeah, that's a fantastic thing to have, apparently. And hopefully somebody else will be able to comment on that. But I don't know about the certificate. My cooking, I married a firefighter for Donna, first pizza farm. You can't burn a pizza, can you really? Can you? Can you burn a pizza? Sure, tell us what the tropical winter's day would be like. Stuart, tell us what your typical winter day would be in Dorset. God, you know what? I mean, I lived in sunny Dorset, not far from Bournemouth, where it's supposed to be 7 miles of sunny, sandy beaches, suns all the time. What a load of rubbish. In August, I used to go to the Dorset. I went far from Blandford, and I used to go to the Great Dorset Steam Fair every year. Some years it was fantastic. We used to get a fantastic hot day. It was a killer walking around it. And other times it's like a frigging mud bath. Now I used to get up in the morning, take Bonnie out. I think I used to get up at like 5:30 in the morning. I had to go to work in Poole. That would take me hours drive sometimes. Get up in the mist and the damp, you know, and then in the summer it's still the mist. And then rain, it rained, and that's why it's so green, isn't it? That's why Dorset's so green in the hills. I mean, I love Dorset, fantastic, because I love the history of it all. I just couldn't stand the weather. BBC running story that removal companies and costers are being overrun with customers shipping out. Is this true? Says Rob. As far as I know, it's not here anyway. Now I did hear. The problem is because we can't get out of frigging Mercia now. I mean, we've been locked into the Mercia region, but now we've been locked into our town areas, so we can't get out and about. But I do know Benidorm has really been hit with this. I mean, there's a couple of places on campus. I believe the fish and chip shop's up for sale. We've got a cafe just across the road. They've got a sale sign up. I mean, they're still working, obviously. Because they with this COVID thing, they can't keep what they're doing. They're shutting them down. They're opening them up. They can only do takeaways. They can't do this. They can't do that. they're not getting any help. Some of them are getting help, but most of them are not. I know in Benidorm, I think the last time I heard, there was only 7 hotels left open. Look, I think the old town. I watched a lady on Benidorm. I haven't watched her lately. It's getting a bit like a ghost town, and I think a lot of Brits are going, because it is, honestly, guys, running a business in Spain is not cheap. There's a lot of overheads, and obviously with all this going on, it's just not helping. As far as I know, on Campersol, everything's the same. You always going to get property up for sale and people buying it. I mean, we got 7 estate agents on Campersol now, so you can see we're busy. But I wouldn't have said that there's any mass exodus, because the other thing is, I've noticed no price differences yet. The prices on property are still about the same they have been the past couple of years anyway, and they're still building new property, which is pretty amazing. And yeah, I don't, but it's always the same, isn't it, with IT, TV and newspapers. They do like looking for a story, but yeah, as far as I know, not here. But if anybody else who's living along the coast there, further up the Torrevieja way, because I don't know, because I can't get out that way, but I know around here, when I walk my dog in the morning, the traffic coming down from Murcia down into Mazron, it's really busy. So there's still a lot of people there working, and obviously that we're talking a lot of Spanish people. I'm not talking about all the farmer labourers, because they all get shipped in on coaches. So there's a lot of work going on still. But yeah, I haven't noticed no mass exodus yet. But we'll keep my eyes peeled. Alan, I've been looking at a 2-bed detached on Lower C with other world properties complex with oh yeah. So we're talking with the communal pool. We're talking. Trying to think that name of that property now. Now I don't know if Dave's watching tonight, because he bought one, but need to come over. Yeah, Alan, you do. I know it's frigging maddening because you can't get out here, but please, you got to come out and have a look, because it might look fantastic in the photograph. I believe those properties are a bit small, but they are good. They're amazing price, and they are built different to the other bit. What I live in, my properties are prefab, concrete building, whereas those are proper. I think they are properly insulated. I can't think the name of them now. They are different, mate. They were mainly built for the actual golf course itself. They were like golf holiday homes, and they got a communal pool there. So you pay a communal fee. It's not a lot. It's just paying for the street line and obviously the upkeep of the pool. But yeah, you got to come over and rent, because the other thing is, and that's why it's always advisable to come over and rent, because you might not like the area. You might not like Campersol. You might not like Mazarón. You got to come here, guys, and check it out. I mean, I've been coming to Spain because my folks live down in Malaga way. And I wanted to live down Malaga way, but it was so expensive down there. I just couldn't afford it. But I've been all down in Malaga, and then I come all up the East Coast, because it's not so busy here. But yeah, you got to come, and it's always advisable to rent first. Don't rush it. The price of property is not going to change a lot. Okay, so it might drop a bit or it might rise a bit, but it's not going to change a lot. So yeah, take your time out. Hi, Sean. Is the guy on Sector B okay who had his watch robbed? Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah, the Facebook user, you're correct. There was a guy, apparently he come from the Mazarón MCC, which is the Mazarón Country Club. I keep forgetting that name. Yeah, the Mazarón. Yeah, it was an old guy. He'd come over onto B. He was outside. Can't believe nobody else saw it happen, but he was outside Mercer's, and these 2 ladies in a blue car come up and obviously asked him for the time, and he got his watch out. I never wear a watch. I just don't understand why people wear watches, but some people do. And he obviously got his watch out, and they knocked him over. He was an 8-year-old guy. Now, as far as I know, he was more shook up. He wasn't really injured or nothing like that. I think he's more in shock. He's gone back. to MCC place, all fine. And these two ladies, they've been doing it. I think the police must know them, because once I read it on Facebook, I thought, oh, it's not them again. They seem to come up to people. I can't believe that they do it in broad daylight and nobody seems to do nothing about it. But they are known, and I don't know what the outcome of that is, but that does happen every now and again, unfortunately. Not every frigging month. I mean, I think the last time that these two women did it was well over a year ago. They usually do it up and around about up near the Condado. But, you know, these things happen, you know. Thankfully, they didn't pull out a knife or a shotgun or something. Two ladies, you know, rip your watch off. Yeah. Horrible thing to happen, I know. But thanks for putting it up there, Facebook user. Evening, Tony, top man. Good afternoon. Victor, nice to see you, sir. Kev, my little 11-week-old chihuahua is very intrigued by you, Sean. Have you to get him a Bonnie nose? Oh, Kev, I'll try and bring Bonnie down next. Bonnie's usually having a kip now. See, she didn't like coming down here in the evenings, but I will try and arrange one evening on a Thursday evening, obviously, to bring Bonnie down and see if your chihuahua. I'll be honest, Bonnie didn't like chihuahuas. She didn't like little dogs. Bonnie's a big dog lover, really. But I will try and sort it out, Kev. Harvey, you're late. Why are you late? Hang on, I've just lost it all now. God, we've got a load of comments tonight. We've got 86 watching. How are we doing on time? Oh, God, let's get through this lot. All right, anyway, Sean, you always miss me. No, I don't, John. I'm getting there. Nice suntan. Thank you very much. Yeah, because I'll tell you what, being sat out here having a cup of tea in the sun's amazing. New replica will be forthcoming soon. Yes, I'm sure things will happen soon. Kev, Chihuahua, top man, Mexicanos. We'll be discussing. Yeah, Tony, I'm sure things will change a lot. You know, Portugal's already doing it now, so I'm hoping that Spain will kick in. So, and Spain are, you know, they do love the Brits. So do I. Yeah. Here we go. Nurse Jim, Sean, as you know, we have a video on Mazaron Country Club. Do you think we will be allowed to use the new children's? Yeah, of course you will. The playground is obviously, now I know they built a new playground up the Condado's golf resort, and that's all changing. I presume that the residents there have a key for it. But no, your 4-year-old daughter will be able to use the playground when it, you know, obviously when the COVID's over, because it's just a fence. It's just to keep the dogs out, you know. It's obviously keep the kids together. And then what's good thing about it, now the playground's got this bouncy stuff, so if they fall on the ground, they bounce about on the floor, they don't hurt themselves. Yes, they'd be able to come over, Nurse Jim, and use the playground. Now on D, we got a football pitch. It's I think it's a 5-a-side football pitch. It's got green. I'm not into football. It's obviously not a full-size football. It's got a proper big high fence around it. And already people talking about having the football games between the sectors. I'll probably go up and do a film on that. Ian, I'm looking for we've done a World Compact. Hope to see you soon. Yes, we don't talk about that one. Thanks, Sean. Not now worried about the vaccine. Wife younger than me. Yeah, that's what you got to watch, isn't it? Right, there you are. So yeah, if you got a digital signature, that opens up a lot of options. Apparently, this is what I'm saying about when I'm applying for my drone operator's license. They might even have a digital signature, and because I haven't got one, I've had to go through the rigmarole of I've got to send off a load of paper. I've got a load of stuff over there. I've got to send off to Madrid. But yeah, that will speed things up. I personally don't know how it works myself, but I know if you've got digital signature, it's a big help. May I have to fly back to the UK and tell you all about it later? Okay, Steve. Let me know later on. Sean, do you know how to make an octopus laugh? I'm sure you're going to tell me with 10 tentacles. Yes. Thank you, sir. Oh, Sean, can you see you keep up the... Oh, good. Thank you much, Wayne. Very much. Hang on. I don't know if I can see it now. There it's up there, sir. There it is. I've got... Oh, God. This camera is so annoying. Top man, Wayne. It's right. You probably don't think, what's he doing? Wayne may be that. Right, anyway, Norris. Oh, here we go. We're doing a bit of Spanish now. Well done. Okay. That wouldn't make sense to me. Oh, Sean, could I get a video with Paul for around 130,000 euros? Yes, you could quite easily. Just trying to think now. If you go on my playlist and look in either at Other World Properties or Place in the Sun videos, on all the thumbnails on the front, it actually, well, even the description will tell you the prices. And that will give you some idea of what sort of properties you can look at. You know, be it a Neptuno, a Fiesta, there's just so many different names. Here we go. We're doing the Spanish now. Does it make you think? Hang on. Claire's asking, it does make you think with all the changes whether it's better just to come to Spain for a few months at the time than spend summer. Yeah, I mean a lot of people do that, Claire. To be honest, I know quite a lot of people come over here in the winter time because during the daytime, I'll be honest, Claire, during the daytime it's like a frigging summer, like August in the UK here. Obviously in the evenings it is cold, and a lot of people do that. They because it is hot, you know, it's well up in the 40s, and a lot of people, even my wife doesn't like it, to be honest, but we have the aircon on and we have the worldies going, keeps you nice and cool, and we keep out the sun. But yeah, a lot of people do that option. That's something to think about as well. I mean, you know, not everybody, that's why a lot of people just buy a summer, summer property, but even though they call it a summer property, it's more of a winter property really, because it just don't want the heat. Here we go. Supermarket shouting was discussing just UK bashing. Yeah, I think, you know, the news coverage just like stirring things up sometimes. I think, you know, thankfully, you know, we go our supermarkets don't seem to be getting any problems. And what's good about the Tesco one, it did put up a message a couple of weeks ago to say that they're having problems with some certain products, but don't know, we're sorting it out. And that's the norm. Did you ever train at Bracken Banks? If so, no. Yeah, I know what rain is, Wayne. Yeah, it's very true. I've been up there when it's frigging snowing up there. I can remember we was on, I think it's next to Snowdon, called Glitterfar, on my hands and knees. Roughy, toughy soldier on my hands and knees because I was frightened to fall off the cliff. Shelves, yes, the shelves were empty, were they? Yeah. I mean, I know Lidl's. I'm sure I heard somebody saying the other day that Lidl's didn't have a lot of Monsora. I said Monsoras. That's it. We're talking about the properties on Lower Sea, the Monsoras. Yeah. Can you rent? Hang on. Mike was asking. Can you rent with two small dogs with a view to purchase? I don't know. Good question. That I'll have to look at that one up. I did see some technical training at the Brantford a few years back when I was in. Yeah. I mean, I've only at Blandford camp. I used to go there when I come out of the forces. I had to do every year. I had to take my army kit, and I used to take out to Blandford and used to check the kit out and give you £100. Not bad in those days. Sean, do all your kid? Where do all your kids live? You mentioned Sheffield, Chesterfield. Yes, that's right, Stuart. I've even got them in Germany, but I can't even remember the name in Germany. I think it's north in Germany somewhere. I should do really. It must think I'm awful sometimes. Yeah, I've got them all over. Unfortunately, not unfortunately. I've got I'm a European man myself, but yeah, I've got kids in Sheffield and Chesterfield, Leon, and Germany. Yeah, that's it. I think. Are there any from Eastern Europe? Yes, Skillet. Yes, there is. We have got you probably heard we got some Romanians there. I don't know, they're supposed to be here. We have got Russian and we got Chinese. And yeah, it's not all Eastern Europe. I'll be honest, we haven't got anybody, as far as I know. I might be totally wrong. We haven't got anybody from like the Egypt area as well, like Turkey and that. I don't think. I might be wrong. Cheers for the advice, shot. We're retiring in September this year. Just me and the wife and Tilly the dog. Well done, Al. It's not that long away, really, is it? You obviously, time does fly. Even Sean from the lockdown Chesterfield. Mad Dave, nice to see you. I'm gonna have to rush through it now, guys, because I've got a couple more minutes yet. I shall move it to our new house tomorrow in La Plencia. Well done. Everything goes well, guys. Sorry, Miss Prince. No problem, Al. It happens. Hi, Tony. Right, I'm gonna rush through them now, guys, because I don't want to miss anybody out if I can. Thanks, Sean, for another your drone seekers emblems. If you know how to post you, yeah, that'd be nice, Wayne. Thanks again for your drone seekers emblem. If you know how to post to you, if you email me, I can give you my address, Wayne. That helps. Hi, Sean. I'm sure you're not scared. Have you? Right, but do you? Yes, Richard, you do. You have to have it. You've got to have a patron, and when you're going for residency, you have to have a patron. Oh, right, guys, it's that time again now. I want to support my community and get resources on signing on. Richard, it's my time to say adios, but I'm just going to go for everybody here because I know Stafford's just put up evening. Okay, we're near at the bottom now. I'm being Aston Futures, says Rob, top man. Good night, Sean. Good night, Steve. Nice to see you guys. Take it easy. Stay safe. Right, I'm going to say thank you very much. Hope you enjoyed the show. Don't forget, it's on every week at the moment now. Yeah, stay safe, everybody. And I'll catch you next Thursday at 9:30.